What's going on, everybody? Tim's Insanity here for another review for 2025.
He's Tim and he's insane.
It's that one over there.
And it's not called Yolanda's Insanity, right?
I don't walk around with blood in my ear either. Thank you. Yo, we went up to Hallowspire in New Jersey.
Southampton, New Jersey.
This was their first year as a pro haunt. From what we can gather, they were a home haunt, and they went pro this year, their first year. And
they had two trails. They had a trail and a corn maze.
Mm-hmm.
Fully outside, of course. At a small area, midway area. They had a really good food truck, I must say. Oh God, the guy was killing it with the wings and the fried fish and all kinds of good stuff.
Food was good.
Then they had a lady with baked items,
which was good also.
Really good baked items. A little photo op, and a lot of the actors.
You could pick a pumpkin.
Pick a pumpkin. A lot of the actors were getting you pumped up and interacting in the midway before everything opened. So we got there early. So we were like in the first group. The first attraction was the Jersey Devil Terror Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is an outside walkthrough in the woods. Wear proper attire, ladies. Tennis shoes, hiking boots, hiking shoes,
right,
etc., and so forth.
It was a lot of fun. They were new. That as with any new attraction, there's a lot of growing to do, but you have to get started, and they have. There were some good scenes in there. I think you could probably bring some younger kids, and I think they should be able to survive this okay.
Yeah, I would consider this a family-friendly haunt. And when I say family-friendly,
I didn't see anything offensive or anything like that.
There was no foul language or adult-themed dialogue. Well, maybe a little bit. But for the most part, and then they even had some child actors. So that was good. When I say it's family-friendly, that does not mean bring your baby in a baby papoose.
We've seen it.
You can judge your children and what they will deal with or what they like or maybe wouldn't like.
Right.
But for the most part, we feel like this was a family-friendly attraction. The trail was I timed it at about 12 minutes or so, but it could go longer. There were some really, really good scenes. I love the way they used repurposed a lot of the wood and things to kind of shape the trail and direct you on the trail.
They had a scene, I gotta tell you, they had a scene that just blew my socks off. That outdoor swamp.
Yes. We usually see swamp scenes in an enclosed area.
I've seen them on the floor and I've seen them in the ceiling.
Yes.
I've never seen one outside.
In the woods.
And as big as it was amazing. We walked up on, we all just stopped. We just stopped and looked at it like, what in the world? A huge outdoor, and it was well lit and well fogged.
Yeah, definitely.
That was an impressive scene, I have to tell you, y'all. Please don't lose that scene.
They had the witches scene.
Yeah.
One of my favorite was that nun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like this creepy scene where you're going into like a cemetery in a church area. And this nun, I'm like, she starts this crazy, like, chanting, singing as you're walking away. And you turn around and she's like, whoa. And I'm like, oh no, gotta go. If she starts spinning around, her head starts spinning around, spitting out green stuff, I'm done.
Yeah,
she was that creepy.
It was a nice trail. Again, when we go to any attraction, we have to look at, size and scope, and being a first year haunt, you have to judge it based on that, because this is their first year going pro and they have a lot of growing to do. But I will tell you this, they have an incredible location to grow into.
Definitely.
It really is. Parking was easy. It was easy to get to. They were the way you walk through and go through everything. It was well organized. Ticket booth, the whole thing. So I tell you, for a first year haunt, you guys are definitely on the right track, without a doubt.
Yeah, their ticketing system was advanced for a first year haunt.
Very much so.
I thought that was incredible. They literally text you
Yeah, when you're ready to go
you're ready, you're next in line for whichever attraction. And I thought, okay, this is great.
Yes.
This is well done. It keeps people from guessing. But I have to say, yeah, they definitely did well for a first year haunt. There were a lot of great actors. There were a lot of great scenes. You had you had so many. You had a ton of like hanging skeletons and scarecrows and things like that. Again, to help kind of mark the trail as you're going along. So definitely well done.
Plus, then when you you transitioned and they stopped you at the entrance to the 13-acre the corn maze. You waited there for a bit for folks to clear it, and then they sent you through, which is nice. They didn't try to just crowd you in.
Good line management,
Very
crowd
much so.
management. That's important for a lot of places. Some places they just keep pushing people through, and you end up catching up to the group before you, or the group behind you catches up to you, or both. And then you're jam-packed and you miss a lot of the gotchas or aha moments because there's so many people at one time. But by reducing, the group and keeping them spaced out, you keep the good scenes fresh for everybody. You had a crazy clown scene in here. This is another place. They had a spaceship scene where it was a spaceship like it had landed sideways diagonal, like it landed in the corn.
It was well lit, but I like the way they lit it. It really was eye-catching the way it was lit. They also had like a little circus type of scene with some clowns that gone bad in there. Yeah,
they locked us in a cage. Oh, that was funny. And that was where we saw the cute little clown. So the little kid, I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but maybe about 8 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
And was climbing on the cage, which I thought, oh, that's awesome. The kid really gets to interact. There was the fortune teller lady.
Yes.
And she did have a little bit of an adult conversation there with her.
It was cool, though.
Her kitty, not so kitty, but called something else.
But so this was definitely one this was a fun one for us. We enjoyed this. I think I'd like to come back and give it a little bit of time and see what they do. I think considering how the first year kicked off, I'm certain this is going to be a big deal in the near future. So keep this one on your radar and stop by and check them out because it was definitely it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So we will catch you guys on the next video. What's up, Hallowspire? We see y'all. We see what y'all doing.
Do your thing.
Got it going on. On to the next video. See y'all. Check us out social media. Tim's Insanity.
He's Tim. He's insane.
It's the nurse lady.